for we and we will set you free. Anywhere you turn, somebody chanting the we. Somebody promising jobs for all, while some renting gun to make other people ball. But somebody promising more police car. Somebody going to take the country far. Somebody putting all the bandits away. He said if they do the crime, they're going to damn well pay. But somebody promising a human right, while somebody threatening to put out your light. The more people with little Trinidad boys, a bullet start to whine and put an end to the joy. Now the lion call for the mama to born, the Nike gone, the gold teeth pawn. You see, they want the pocket full with blue silk. They want the statue drinking full green milk. The little red silk is not their true friend. The blue one have two extra north on the end. So a tag on the toe is now the ticket to hell. But look where we reach, well, now you're a madman, boy. As he spread out on the wall, we say, he said, this is it, I've been hit. No time to give up, brother, no time to quit. A chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land, it was the chant of a madman, Lord. Give me my only salvation. I say the chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land, maybe the chant of the madman, Lord, is the only solution. I don't know. Why oh mama go baru baby, anyway you got somebody chanting to we. But for we and we go set you free. Somebody promising natural law. Fly like a yogi, end all the war. Seek inner peace, end all the pain. The same woman promising to go down again. Somebody promising to run all the bread. Somebody pushing a world-class head. Somebody clean out the weed well fast. Somebody cleaning out the weed well fast. But somebody letting the cocaine pass. 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 Somebody promised to abolish the tax. Somebody promising to kiwi the facts. Somebody promising to clean up this land. But in this clean land, rat killing man, we bright little youths going to waste. Somebody binge the smile on their face. Somebody take one love off the shelf. Then the one of boys start to sell out themselves. Somebody going to end all this talk about race, but they can't tell me that with a straight face. Big people dying, the crime can't solve. A madman rant is my only resolve. I am the madman ball. As he lie here on the wall, we say, this is it. No time to give up, brother, no time to quit. A chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land, it was the chant of a madman, Lord, the only salvation. I said the chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land, maybe the chant of a madman, Lord, the only solution. I don't know. Why somebody threatening to put out your light. The more people with little Trinidad boys, a bullet start to whine and put an end to the joy. Now the lion call for the mama to born, the Nike gone, the gold teeth pawn. You see, they want the pocket full with blue silk. They want the statue drinking full green milk. The little red silk is not their true friend. The blue one have two extra north on the end. So a tag on the toe is now the ticket to hell. But look where we reach, well, now you're a madman, boy. As he spread out on the wall, we say, he said, this is it, I've been hit. No time to give up, brother, no time to quit. A chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land, it was the chant of a madman, Lord. Give me my only salvation. I say the chant of a madman in this tale from a strange land. Maybe the chant of the madman, Lord, is the only solution. I don't know. Why anyway, you got somebody chanting to we. Vote for we and we go set you free. Somebody promising natural law. Fly like a yogi, end all the war. Seek inner peace, end all the pain. The same woman promising to go down again. Somebody promising to run all the bread. Somebody pushing a world-class head. Somebody clean out the weed well fast. Somebody cleaning out the weed well fast. But somebody letting the cocaine pass. 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 Somebody promised to abolish the tax. Somebody promising to kill we the fat. Somebody promising to clean up this land. But in this clean land, rat killing man, we bright little youths going to waste. Somebody binge the smile on their face. Somebody take one love off the shelf. Then the one of boys start to sell out the cell. Somebody going to end all this talk about race. But they can't tell me that with a straight face. Big people dying, the crime can't solve. A madman rant is my only resolve. I am the madman. As he lie like a yogi, end all the war. Seek inner peace, end all the pain. The same woman promising to go down again. Somebody promising to run all the bread. Somebody pushing a world-class head. Somebody clean out the weed well fast. Somebody cleaning out the weed well fast. But somebody letting the cocaine pass. 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 Somebody promised to abolish the tax. Somebody cleaning out the weed well fast. But somebody letting the cocaine pass. 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 Somebody clean out the weed well fast. Somebody cleaning out the weed well fast. But somebody letting the cocaine pass. 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 Somebody promised to abolish the tax. Somebody promising to kill we the fat. Somebody promising to clean up this land. But in this clean land, rat killing man, we bright little youths going to waste. Somebody binge the smile on their face. Somebody take one love off the shelf. Then the one of boys start to sell out the cell. Somebody going to end all this talk about race. But they can't tell me that with a straight face. Big people dying, the crime can't solve. A madman rant is my only resolve. I am the madman. As he lie on a we say, this is it. No time to give a brother, no time to quit. A chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land, it was the chant of a madman, Lord, the only salvation. I said the chant of a madman in this tale from a strange land. Maybe the chant of a madman, Lord, the only solution. I don't know. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh mama, live and we will rest.
Somebody making the goal pass. Somebody making the goal pass. Somebody making the cocaine pass. Somebody making the goal pass. Anywhere you turn, somebody chanting to we. Vote for we and we will set you free. Somebody promising natural law. Seeking a peace and all the pain. Somebody promising to run all the bread. Somebody promising to build plenty highway. Somebody promising to build plenty buildings. Somebody planning to build plenty roads. Somebody clean out the weed well fast. Somebody clean out the weed well fast. Somebody make the cocaine pass. Somebody make the cocaine pass. Somebody make the gold pass. Somebody make the silver pass. Somebody make the gold pass. Whether it's in Curacao, on the fishing boat, or at Temeri, somebody making the gold pass. Somebody promised to abolish the tax. Somebody promised to give us the facts. But if the Americans don't give us the facts, we don't get the facts. Somebody promised to clean up the land. But in this clean land, rats still killing man. In this clean land, we still getting blackouts. In this clean land, the teachers can't get a living wage. We bright little youths, they're going to waste. Somebody clean the smile off we face. Somebody take the real one love, one people, one nation off we face. Somebody said they're gonna abolish race, but they can't tell me or tell you with a straight face. Good evening to you and welcome to Politics 101, where we talk it as it is and we prepare ourselves for the struggle to rid our country of that somebody. We are mobilizing, we are organizing, we are getting ourselves battle ready. Oh, yes, because that somebody is dangerous for our Guyana. That somebody has to go. That somebody got to go. That somebody promise to clean up the country, but they're stinking up the country with corruption. Good evening. David Michael Rudder, one of my favorite Calypsonians. And I hope you all start getting your children to listen to Calypso. It's okay to listen to the dancehall story and so on. I like that. It's okay to jump up and whine. I like that too. But Machel Montano, the jump and whine man, this year decided he's not jumping and whining anymore. He's dealing with some serious kaiso. And we are promoting Kaiso music on this program because it's our mother music. All other musics come from that. Reggae come from Kaiso. Have you all children listen to Kaiso? Somebody promise they're going to build plenty roads. Somebody promise they're going to build plenty highway. But only to put money in the friend's pocket. Good evening. all of you. Good evening, Audrey Garraway. Good evening, Linda Campbell, my wonderful friends, Tommy, Nigel Price, Annette Cummins, all of you. Yes, we were not here last evening. We were not here on Sunday night for cricket, but we are back. We're back. We're back. These are serious times, and serious times call for serious action. And we are doing what we must do when we are in trouble. And that is to build up a fighting spirit, to build up a fighting spirit, to build up a fighting spirit. Oh, let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, here tonight and every night. Some people saying that people like me setting you all up to bring down their governments. Well, you know, we accept that elections are the way to bring down governments. Free and fair elections. We accept that. And that is why we in the Working People's Alliance are preparing for elections. We are preparing for elections. We accept that free and fair elections are the way to go. That we will accept the results of free and fair elections. We also are saying that in between elections, when a government is behaving bad, we have to manage that government. Oh yes? Yes. We are changing governments via elections. And we are preparing for elections. We are prepared to accept the results of free and fair elections. I'm speaking here for the WPA. Those of you who have been wondering, yes, we are preparing for elections. And as the days and the weeks go by, we are going to ask you for your vote. We are saying that we are prepared to accept free and fair elections, the results of free and fair elections. But we are saying something else. We are saying that in between elections, when a government violates the oath of office, we are going to manage that government. Yes, we are going to manage that government. And we are mobilizing you. We are mobilizing you on this platform. We are going to go into the communities to mobilize people on the ground to manage this government. Manage this government. And when I say manners, you all know what I mean. When this government first came to office, I'm reminded by some people on the other side that when the government first came to office in September of 2020, that I told you all to undermine the government. They remind me that I said that. And they said David Hines telling Black people to undermine the government is what is responsible for all the things that Black people are doing to this government, whatever that is. And I'm glad they remind me, because I want to repeat it here tonight. Wherever you all are, whatever you all are doing, undermine this government, because this government is undermining you all, it's undermining this country, it's undermining all of us. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, undermine this government. We accept elections, free and fair elections, as the legitimate way to change governments. And we are mobilizing you all for that moment. But man shall not live by bread alone. Guyanese will not be liberated by elections alone. When a government in between elections is behaving badly, we have to manage that government. I don't know about others. I don't know about other parties. But for me and for our party, the Working People's Alliance, we are also in the business of managing government in between elections. And how do we manage government? Is that we mobilize you by giving you information, knowledge, consciousness, so that you're able to undermine the underminers of this country. I'm glad they reminded me. Somebody saying it was in August, I said it. They said cite in Buxton, they like to call Buxton name. Buxton name easy for calling them out. But I said it at Victoria. I said it at Victoria. And I am reminding them that it is live. I am hereby tonight repeating my call to undermine this government, because this government has undermined everything that is democratic about our being. I'm not, what Dr. King said, I'm not fearing any man tonight. I'm not fearing any man tonight. I'm not fearing any government tonight. Because they want to drive fear into opposition supporters. They want to drive fear into Guyanese. They want to drive fear into Black people by saying to them, so long as there is breath in me, I am going to fight against that fear. Fear is sinful. Those who try to instill fear in people, they're sinners. And those who subject themselves to fear are aiding and abetting sin. And you all Guyanese people, you all Black people, you all are better than that. You all are better than that. We are together, always going to undermine this government, because this government has visited undermining on us. And what is good for the goose must be good for the gander. If you undermine us, we will undermine you. And that is what we're about. We are mobilizing our people. You see, there are some Indian Guyanese brothers and sisters outside of the PPP. Outside of the PPP. I'm not talking about the ones in the PPP. The ones in the PPP, you expect them to behave in a certain way. But there are some Indian Guyanese brothers and sisters, a lot of them in the Indian Guyanese elite, their so-called civil society. Some of them were associated with my party, our party, the WPA. They hammered Burnham. They hammered the PNC when they were in office. They attributed all the evil things to Burnham and the PNC. And today, the PPP is doing worse than Burnham. And they are meek. They are not hammering the PPP. And they want people like me to stop hammering the PPP. Oh, yes, yes, yes. They cannot imagine anything more evil than Burnham. And they have evil in front of their face right now. Evil multiplied by 100. Some of them are fighting Exxon, but not fighting the Guyana government. If this corruption that the Americans exposed had happened under Granger or Hoyt or Burnham, this country would have been in uproar from our Indian brothers and sisters. But let me hasten to say this. I know Burnham government. I fought against it bitterly. But this kind of corruption that the Americans exposed here last week, Burnham would have never permitted it. Burnham would have never permitted his permanent secretary to do what they permitted that little black girl to do. Are you all hear what I say? Burnham would have never permitted his permanent secretary to do what they permit that little black girl to do. There's no accident that of all the permanent secretaries that acted on behalf of the state according to the Americans and to facilitate the corruption, they choose a black permanent secretary. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. These people know what they're doing. But I'm saying Burnham would have never permitted the Mohammeds. In fact, I grew up as a little boy hearing they say, you know, Burnham didn't allow, what was the gold man? They had a big gold man. I think his name was Mahaika. And you hear it in folklore that Burnham clipped Mahaika wings. But these PPP, they have permitted the kind of corruption that Burnham would not have even entertained. And yet our Indian Guyanese brothers and sisters outside of the PPP are quiet. Quiet. They're still talking about Burnham. Burnham dead and gone 40 years now. And they're not talking about what is happening now. No. And that is why you see I have to spend my time educating you all about race. Black people like me, when Burnham was getting out of hand, we fought him. We fought him, our own. And they're accusing me today that I am encouraging you all to undermine the PPP government because it's Indian. So when I was encouraging you all to undermine Burnham, or you all mother and father to, what was doing it because of race? Because Burnham was African? Oh no, wrong is wrong. When Burnham was wrong, we fought him, we managed him. And these are wrong, and we must manage them. And they got what Burnham never had. They got plenty money. They got technology. And they got bad mind. And our Indian brothers and sisters outside of the PPP, they are not fighting this government in the way they fought the PPP. Fought Burnham and the PNC. They are dishonest and they're bowing to the altar of race. My race is that I love me race. My race is that I don't want me race to do bad. My race is that I don't want my race to be beat up. I do not believe that my race is superior. I do not. I do not believe that black people are superior to Indians. I do not believe that. I have never said that, and I will never say that. My race, I repeat, is that I love my race. And I don't play with it. I'm not prepared to gamble my race for votes. I am not prepared to watch my race being beaten and say, because I want 2 votes from the other side, I'm going to turn my eye. No, my race, it comes out of love for my race. But I do not believe that my race is superior. In fact, my race has to fight against racial superiority every day. We've been doing that for 400 years. Some jackasses on the other side are telling me that my narrative is of one race and their narrative of 2 races. Yes, the narrative of 2 races. Here the narrative. One race is superior and the other is inferior. Yes, they have narrative of 2 races. But one race for them is superior and one race is inferior. For them, one race, they say the Indian people are delayed, they practice delayed gratification, And my race practice instant gratification. So their race rich and my race poor, because my race like instant gratification and their race is superior because they like delayed. Yes, they got a narrative of, they got two narratives, one of superiority and one of inferiority. Damn hypocrites. They got two narratives. They race plant rice, me race buy land. They raise plant rice to export, me raise buy land and feed themselves. And they're stupid, me raise stupid. They buy the land and they plant food for eat. They should have plant food for sell. They raise plant food for sell, so they're better than me raise. Yes, they got two narratives. They got two narratives. One is the narrative of superiority, and the other is the narrative of inferiority. And they're telling me today that I must reach for some national. You all bear with me tonight. They're walking. They're walking. They're walking on us. They're knocking out some of us. They're knocking off. They knocked some of you, I noticed, they've knocked off. Please, you all find other ways of coming back on the program. Go to YouTube, because Facebook is playing some games here tonight. You all go to YouTube, because they don't want us to talk what we are talking. And we are saying that this government is the most terrible government that we have seen since colonialism. And we have to fight against it. We have to manage it first. And then come election time, we have to use elections to get rid of them. But we know that they're trying their utmost best not to have free and fair elections. And we ought to be prepared to fight for free and fair elections. Sisters and brothers, this is a criminal state, a criminalized state. This is a government that is merged the state with the criminal enterprise. Don't ask me. The Americans just say it. The American says that there is a bunch of people, citizens, who are engaged in corruption, who are engaged in defrauding the state. You all hear it. Hear it. The Americans say this. But the Americans went further. They say that the state of Guyana facilitates that corruption. The state of Guyana give them permit for guns. The state of Guyana give them permit for passport illegally. The state of Guyana take bribe to give them privilege so they can smuggle gold to defraud the people of Guyana. Now, human beings are by our very nature, we are flawed. We are good, but we are also flawed. And private citizens will always try to defraud the government and the society. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying the people who the Americans say are doing this thing that they're right, but I know that they're private citizens who are always trying to defraud the state. But the state, the government, is put there to prevent them from doing so. But our government is using the state not to prevent them from doing so, but to help them to do so. That is what the Americans said. The lady who is representative of the government and the state as the permanent secretary, she facilitated the corruption. The Americans say that. And the crime here, of course, there's several crimes. Any citizens that try to defraud the state is committing a crime. So the family that is accused by the Americans, they are, of course, committing a crime. But the greater crime is that they're aided and abetted by the government, which is set up to prevent them from doing that. That is what governments are there to do. But this government, instead of preventing citizens from defrauding the state, they're using the state to, let me drink some coconut water. They're using the state to aid and abet, but more than that, not just aid and abet. They're using the state to protect these people. So there is a merger between corruption, criminality, and the state. What it means is that the state has become a criminalized state. Clive Thomas used that term a decade ago, and it come to pass. The Americans have painted the picture for us to see of a criminalized state. The state is supposed to fight against criminality. The state is supposed to try to prevent criminality. And if people get wiser than the government is supposed to get wiser than the people. But this state, now, one of the persons accused is a member of the government. He represents the ruling party in local government. How much more evidence you need? There is a merger there of private criminality and the state. And then the permanent secretary, that black girl. We have always had to deal with that type of black person. Stupid. And they got some others like she, not plenty. They got some others like she line up and I want. And look, it's an accusation against her. But if she's found guilty, I want to lash away for long so that the rest who line up behind she will turn back. Black people sometimes too damn licorice. I don't care who's your father. I don't care if she grew up in the PPP. You are going to allow people to use you like a jackass. Put your belly upon pimpler. Young girl, young bit of a girl, as we say. And get yourself involved in that. I hope if she's, they put sanctions, but I hope one day they will indict them and they're gonna face the court. And I don't wish bad for people. But I want them to last way for good time. Because I think if that happens, some of the other jackasses that are lining up behind her, they will turn away. The PPPs intend to use our black people children to get involved in this kind of things. And I'm incensed that a nice bit of a girl like that will allow ourselves. That the only uses PPP got for young black people today is to engage in criminality for them. That is the only uses they have for our little boy and girl children. And some of them are willingly putting themselves. You all know I always say on this program, if a black person wants to join the PPP because they believe in the philosophy of the PPP, that's their business. They have the right to do so. If they're Indian people who want to join the PNC because they believe in the vision of the PNC, it's their right to do so. I have absolutely no problem with that. But if the PNC wants to use Indian people to engage in criminality, I have a problem with that. And if the PPP wants to use black people to engage in criminality, I have a problem with that. And this young lady is all right. If her father, as I understand it, was a PPP man and she come up in the PPP as a result of that, that's fine. That happens. Children join the party of their parents. No problem with that. But you are going to allow yourself to get engaged in international crime like this? You're a damn fool. You are a damn fool. If what the Americans say is correct, you're a jackass. And the other jackasses that are behind you, I hope they see what's happening. Black people have to get to their senses. We have to stop being the hired guns, because that's what they've used that lady for. As a hired gun. As a hired gun. That's what they've done. And for too long, we black people have allowed ourselves to get engaged. Some of us, a few of us. Sisters and brothers, this is high-class criminality. This is not citizens engaged in crime and corruption. This is the government and the state that is aiding and abetting and then protecting. Since last year, well, Jack Dio gonna say, well, the question she about the Mohammed. Jack Dio, the question you about Sue. The question you about Sue. And you know when the question she about Muhammad what it is, but no, all of you all is in the same cat's a poos. You get off up to now, you get off it Sue. Because you high up. When power gone, you will have to face the music for Sue. And I hope them jail cell where you're preparing for people like me, that you prepare to go in them cell, because Sue gonna come back when you lose power next year. So Jagdio and them, the higher ups, they get shield for now because they got some cover. But the little girl ain't got no cover. They dash away right away. Go home and leave. Resign from the party. They want to save the party and throw you down the drain. Black people, you all young, especially young one them who teach a judge. I see my friend Brian there tonight. Brian was teacher judge neighbor. Teacher judge always say, some of you black man too licorice. Are you see gold chain? Are you want gold chain? Are you see gold band? Are you want gold band? And not knowing, are you taking gold chain and gold band when people fetching away millions and billions? What kind of fool is you? That's what Dick Gregory would ask. And that is why we are here tonight and every night, to try to save this black race. To try to save this black race. to try to get you all parents and you all young people not to go down that road. Look at this lady. If it's true, look at it. Look at what she gonna face. And I notice some of them, I go in for drink the soup. You drink soup, you're going to not only burn your mouth, when they're done with you, have no mouth left. And I want, when they get involved in the corruption, lock them up, not last them way. Last them go way good for 20, 30 years. I'm going to help to mourn for them for the 20, 30 years if I get that much left in my life. But they must be an example so that the rest of the children will not go down that road. The PPP is in the business of criminalizing black people, children. And that is what they've done to that young lady. Sisters and brothers, political murders. So they use the state, they use the government to aid and abet crime. Then they use it to protect the criminals. Then they bring the criminals into the state. So you cannot distinguish between criminal and the state. The state become criminalized. State and criminality are merged. That is why on Friday, I called for a vote of no confidence in this government. And I am going to pursue it. I'm not in parliament, but I'm going to put some fire on the backside of those in parliament to recognize that this is part of their duty. And they shouldn't wait on David Hines to tell them. One of them should put their hand up and say, I am ready to move a vote of confidence motion against this government. I'm going to put some fire in your backside because you all are too busy engaging in foolishness. I am not against opposition parties engaging in their competition and trying to win office and so on. It's democracy in action. I love it. I want more of that. There must be more democratic elections. But when you are faced with the kind of crisis our government are facing with, Roysdale, Amanza, and Aubrey should say, we pause our campaign for 2 days while we meet and we huddle and figure out how to deal with this government. That is what real serious political people do. I love those 3 people that I call there. I love them, but they do not understand politics. Well, Aubrey does. He's been around a long time. Aubrey been around a long time, and he ought to understand politics in a certain way. And I'm saying any serious politicians would see their country bleeding in the way it's bleeding. And you cannot say, let us suspend our hostilities and meet as the 3 big dogs and come out of a meeting holding your hand and taking out picture and show your people that you can fight. But when you're faced with this level of crisis, that you're prepared to suspend your little dog fight to fight a big dog fight. And I'm going to keep putting some fire in their asses. Because they're the leaders. Win or lose. Win or lose, they are the leaders. And they must not only lead when it comes to trying to fight for themselves, they must fight for our people. Political murders. Yes, political murders happen under Burnham. Walter Rodney that is a forever stain on the PNC. Forever stain on the PNC. But they got political murders 100 times more under the PPP. 400 young black men and more. Crummy Wing. Ronald Waddle. Them three buy up in Mackenzie Linden. Them Henry Buys. Aaron Boston. Quindon Bacchus. They're the ones that are known. There are others whose names are not so well known. This government is an incubator for political murders. No government in the English-speaking Caribbean has murdered more people, more of its citizens than this PPP government. And I got some Indian comrades who are telling me today about Burnham. And they are looking at the bloody hands of a government. We have got to manage them and then remove them from office come next year. And then when we remove them from office, we have to let them face the hand of justice. They must pay for their crimes. Sisters and brothers, this is serious business. I said at the beginning of the program that my party, our party, the WPA, accepts elections as the legitimate way of removing governments. And we will always accept the results of free and fair elections. And in principle, we are participating in the coming elections, in principle. And we are beginning, like other parties, to prepare ourselves to participate. So those of you who are waiting to put your X for the WPA, whether by itself or in partnership with others, you all will get your chance. Don't worry, you all will get your chance. All who want to vote for Kidaki Amsterdam and to vote for Takumo Gunse and Dion Abrams and whoever else, you will get your chance. Because in principle, we accept elections and we are preparing for elections. But we are saying between now and elections, they can kill out this entire country. And we have to manage them. We have to keep managing them. And that is why we are mobilizing you all every night here. Every opportunity we get, we are mobilizing you all. I don't care what name they call me. I don't care what name they call me. They call me all kind of name, all enough. I don't care how much racist they call me. It ain't stopping me. I love black people, and so I am going to try to make black people as best as we can. We have our flaws. We make our mistakes like any other people. But when black people are being assaulted, it's people like us with a microphone who must come to your rescue. And that's why I'm saying to my comrades in the PNC that you all are falling short. You all are falling short. And I am not going to allow you all to get away with it. Black people have invested in you all. They give you all the bulk of the votes. And they will continue to do so. And you all are taking the votes and you all are gambling. You all are taking the votes and fighting among yourselves. You all are not taking the votes and fight the devil. That's what I give you all the vote for. And sometimes you have to buck up your own people. Sometimes you have to talk to your own party. Just as how you can get your candidates, your people, to march behind you on nomination day, you must get them to march behind you to combat state terrorism, to combat corruption, to combat the criminalization of the state. Let them march behind you also for Quindon Bacchus. Let them march behind you also for Orin Boston. Let them march behind you for the people at Moko. I'm speaking with love. And those of you, some of you who were I don't know if you all still are supporters of the WPA, our Indian comrades, who were prepared to harm a Burnham, to harm a Granger, and now you all are fighting Exxon rather than fighting Guyana government. I'm going to put some fire under you all backside too. You're all fighting Exxon. I'm not saying that Exxon is doing right. Exxon is doing wrong. But your government is not just raping the money of this country. They're raping the lives of our people. And you all are worrying about the environment, and you all not worrying about the human environment. You all are worrying about the environment, and you all are not worrying about murdering of Guyanese people. And I put some fire under you all asses too. Because the middle class of this country, the redskin middle class of this country, have always, when it push come to shove, you all have always abandoned black people. And I'm not prepared to do that. I am not prepared to do that. You all see the kind of international corruption. Yes, fight international environmental degradation. Yes. Fight against the ills of big oil. Yes. But fight against the ills of a big government that is out of control, that is beating people, breaking down their house. Fight for the people of Moko, like how you're fighting against Exxon. And I said, stop fighting Exxon. But how can you fight against Exxon and not fight against this government that's killing citizens? It is because these citizens are black like me, poor like me. We got a lot of work to do in this country. A lot of what the PPP is getting away with, it is because of the cowards in our country, cowards in the middle class, cowards in the civil society, cowards in the political parties, cowards. The PPP giving away Guyana money to Exxon. Yes, but you all know why they're giving it away to Exxon? So that they can thief the rest. They're saying to Exxon, we're giving you 70% so that you can run away with your 70% and the 30% that left, let we thief it and you all don't say nothing. That is why they're giving it away to Exxon. And you all are fighting what they're giving away, but not fighting them. That's my problem. You all are fighting what they're giving away, fighting to get back what they're giving away, while you all, the thieves that are here, you are not fighting them. Exxon, PPP, Exxon. That's what I want to hear from you all. And I'm saying here tonight, not one damn vote for those who are shouting Exxon, and not saying Exxon black people, Exxon East Indian people, Exxon poor people, Exxon. Not one damn vote for them. Because they're gearing up to come for your vote and say, we will fight Exxon. No, we want you all to fight the PPP. Fight the PPP. All the energy they put in fighting Burnham. But they cannot imagine, they cannot find space in their imagination for an Indian Burnham or an Indian government that is worse than Burnham. I said, Burnham, you think Burnham would allow Mohammed and them to do what they're doing? Come on. No matter how you don't like Burnham, he will never allow that shit to happen. You think any permanent secretary in Burnham government could be doing what the little girl doing? Or is alleged to have done? this country has to come to itself, including those of us in the opposition. I love those in the opposition. I love them. I have to love them because we are in the same boat. And we all got to take out this country from where it is. I love you all. But I think sometimes you all get it twisted according to the young people. We have to put some fire under the asses of the PPP. Ultimately, that is what it's about. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, all of us have to live in Guyana. All of us have to live in this country. All of us. East Indians, Africans, indigenous people, Amerindians, Chinese, Portuguese, all of us have to live in this country. But it's not just living. We got to live equally in this country. Here the damn fools on the other side. They say black people come here first and they must get a bigger share of the pie. They want to put words in your mouth. And they vex with me. They vex with me when I say my auntie send me to school. They vex with me. My auntie send me to school so that I will not be a fool. She didn't say, I send you to school so that you will not be a fool and that you will defend black people from being made fools. But she implied that. So they vex with me when I say I've been to school. You all vex? I'm going to let you all hear it if they have been to school. And the schooling that I get, I'm not wasting it to say, I have degrees. I am using the schooling to defend my people. Black people, poor people of all races, and Guyanese people, Caribbean people who are oppressed. And you don't want me to say it, I'm going to say it. I've been to school. My auntie sent me to school. You all want to hear it? I educated. And that education is going to be used not to smuggle gold, not to let the cocaine pass, not to let the marijuana pass. That education will be used to defend people who are being attacked by you all and the government that you all are trying to uphold. And you all say, David like for play what we say, and I want to play it. No, I'm not playing not one damn thing. Are you stay there, are you white mouth? Not one thing will be played here tonight. Those gentlemen, they're cussing me and Henry Jeffrey. Those gentlemen, and I'm using it whatever he said. What I want me and Henry Jeffrey to do is to sit down and just read books while they are working overnight to maintain this devilish government in power. They're working overnight to give this government narrative and give this government ideology for beat up on black people. And David and Henry Jeffrey giving the PNC ideology. Well, damn right. Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. If the PNC don't want to do right and they're doing wrong, yes, we are going to push them to do right. Who don't like it, lump it. Who don't like it, lump it. Not hiding. Me not hiding. Not talking what in my mouth. These are serious times. Very serious times. Are you say that when David Einstein in August 2020 undermined the government, and then he said, Inter Beniba make Kwashiba take notice, and he go and say it in Buxton that has a history of rebellion, that he know what he was saying. Of course I knew what I was saying. You all damn right about that. Of course, I was speaking to the heart and the rebellious nature of my people. You all are damn right. You are not lying on me there. I'm not playing, you know. I want black people to get in a fighting spirit. I'm not playing. You know, as I said, I am prepared to lose 20 votes and to save 2,000 black lives. I am not prepared to let 2,000 black lives go down the drain for 20 votes. Wrong man. Wrong man. Wrong man. Yes. So when I was in Victoria, Mr. Gentleman, and I said, undermine the God, I know what I was saying. When I say Hinta Beniba me question, but I know what I was saying. And I'm not saying anything tonight that I didn't say there. And you know what I was saying then? Black people, catch yourself. Black people, get conscious. That's what I was saying. Black people, the devils are at the gate. And I'm glad I said it. You all come to power, installed in August, and you all say it in September. I'm not an Obia man, although I have nothing against Obia. But I'm not an Obia man. I wish I had some Obia in me. But I was able to see Ayu from as early as August, September, and you just come to power. I didn't wait 4 years to see Ayu. Don't people your card. Because my auntie sent me to school. I don't like hear that. I don't like hear that. It's not a Obia, man. I'm glad if I had some Obia. I'm glad if I had some Obia. David Rudder says the madman rant. And I could do well with some Obia for put under you behind. So we are doing it. We are doing it. Hear what I'm saying to you all black people. Be getting militant. Be getting conscious. And we managing them. And we are preparing ourselves to make the election in 2025 a statement of revolution. Turn our election into revolution. The days of revolution in the hills and guerrilla gone. That done. We have to turn the ballot boxes into the guerrilla activity. Your vote must become a serious weapon in your hand. You're going there not just to cast a vote. You're going there to cast out the devil, the political devils. And so we're going down the road. We're going down the road. And you all prepare yourself. You all know I don't worry too much about when I don't see boots on the ground. I don't worry too much about that. I know when it's time for boots on the ground, they're gonna get more boots than ground. I know that. I have tremendous faith in that. I have tremendous faith in people. So I don't bother. I hear people say, why Guyanese people taking all of this? Why Guyanese people this? Why Guyanese people taking it? Because the leaders don't want to get their act together. The leaders are playing some games. Games. And I want my brothers and sisters to stop playing games. To stop playing games. And let us get serious about our people. They're crying out. They're crying out for leadership. Serious leadership. Serious leadership. And I come here every night. And I said, listen me. Hinta Beniba, make Kwashiba take notice. Some say Hinta Kwashiba, make Beniba keep no matter how you put it, I'm saying the same thing. All you get conscious and prepare yourself for the struggle. Somebody say not known party fighting him down. It's so sad. I don't want to get into the story, but I don't want to get into the story, but I'm saying, Aubrey, Amanza, I left in you all with this tonight. Tell them I say, Aubrey, Amanza, Risedale, take one day off the campaign trail. Meet, sit down, and you pray together. You all hold on together. And you all come up with a motion of no confidence against this government. And you all can go back on the campaign trail. But you all people need to see you all working for them. If you all want to invite me, you all can invite me. But if you all didn't invite me, that's not the issue. Is you all is the big leaders. You all are the big leaders. We come in peace, as always. We are peaceful people. But we're not cowards. We're a peaceful people, but we are not pushovers. We're a peaceful people, but if you declare war on us, then we're going to use the words of our mouth. We're going to use what comes out of our hearts to fight back against you. It is the government, it is the state that has the monopoly on violence, not the people. Not the people. They always say, well, we're going to have a peaceful march. And then the police come in and they shoot up the tear gas and so on. Poor people don't have tear gas. Ordinary people don't have tear gas. It's the state. It's the state we must talk about peaceful this and peaceful that. Because it is the state that has the monopoly on force. Kidaki Amsterdam couldn't put Jack Dio in jail. Jack Dio could use the state to put Kidaki in jail. But I tell in Barrett, and if I meet you, Barrett, I'm going to tell you to your face. Why you wishing for other people and what you're trying to do to other people. What go wrong so, does come back wrong so. Them same jail, when the government change, you're going to ask me, David. David, talk to whoever become president. Talk to them for me now. You're going to ask me. Because Barrett, I know you frightened jail bad. You never been in one in the first place. You and Irfan and the rest of you. One day in jail, and you commit suicide. One day in jail. Are you able with it? It's tough in there, you know. It's tough in there. Are you not going to be able? It's not too late for you all to stop. But the power drunk are you so much, I don't believe you are going to stop. It's only when you are removed from government next year, come the election, that is when you all will be stopped. And at that time, you all going to be in the opposition. And then the other side going to say revenge. I don't like revenge. And I might beg for you all. I might beg for you all. Beg for you. God, Jesus Christ. The thing what you're doing, the thing what you all are doing, people, African people, opposition people, poor people, this is our country. This is our country. And if it's going to be saved from the criminalized government and state, it has to be saved by us. God willing, and with the drive of the ancestors, I'll be back tomorrow night to continue. We make plenty notes here tonight, and we only get through quarter. We're going to continue tomorrow night. I love you all. Love you all. Unconditionally. Unconditionally. And to Buxtonians, I know they got the police, them and the plainclothes, them there with you all. Good protection. Let me give them work. Love, as always.